Good morning guys, welcome to Lost Phoenix Gaming on Forza Horizon LEGO Speed Champions and having a look at the classic Muscle Tour. This consists of Falcon Speedway Sprint, Valley View Sprint and LEGO Festival Sprint. We're looking at classic muscle, so naturally I'm going to go for the Corvette Zr1 from 1970. One of my favourite cars in the game, and Stable B-Class is the tune for this. The share code is up on the screen right now, so go grab that if you don't have it, although I've been using it in the last few weeks on the core playlist. So there's a chance that if you've been following me you will have picked this up and nothing's changed just because it's Lego. So we're going to load into this one and make a start on this championship. And difficulty wise, you want to be on average. I'm putting stability off and leaving traction on because on the LEGO modes, the championships are all run on average driver tars. The core modes, the main game, runs on highly skilled and Fortune Island runs on expert. But for LEGO we are on average, so I'm putting it down. As they say, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. So I'm at LEGO, so I'm playing around on average. And into first place. Didn't take too long, but I've dropped down to second because I skidded off a little bit. Definitely sliding around a lot on this, but I do want the stability control off on it because it does help me take corners a little better. But being average, I shouldn't have too many issues. In passing them, being a little bit cheeky and giving me a little nudge as I passed him there, but I'm in first and I'm continuing to stay there. And going around here, so it's all around the Falcon Raceway in the LEGO DLC, if you're familiar with this stuff. Because some of you guys might be watching this because you've just got LEGO, or you're interested in this stuff, or just because you're wondering what's going on with the LEGO DLC, what does it look like, what events are there. And they got a raceway around there, and all of this stuff is centred around that raceway for this event, for this championship. Coming up to 50% and coming down the hill, I've got a pretty respectable lead. Give it a little break in the corner, give it a drift round. This is why I have not put the stability control on, so I wouldn't be able to take corners in that sort of way. Coming round, the LEGO map is not the biggest map in the world, so you will see a lot of sort of repetition on roads and a lot of stuff when you're going around these championships. And these championships are repetitive. You do have a championship and it'll be for a certain season, and then that season will roll around again, maybe in the next series or maybe the series after, and it'll be back in there, but it won't be marked up as available. It'll just be marked up as completed. You can still go in and do it, you just won't get any of the rewards. And talking of rewards on this, the rewards tend to be wheel spins, just normal, standard, cheap wheel spins. But I'm through the line, first place. That's 20 points on the board because the same point structure applies in a LEGO world as applies in a core game. You need to win 2 and come second in a third one in order to qualify, or alternatively just win all 3. But anything less than that, you will fail. And we've got LEGO Festival Sprint up there, and up round somewhere around here we have, I'll find it in a minute, we've got Valley View Sprint, so I'll go over and do Valley View Sprint. I'm not overly familiar with some of these events on the LEGO map, where they are. I'm not quite used to them yet, but let's start the race onto the grid. Same settings as before, not changing anything, so I don't really need to. Overtake these guys down the middle into 6th place. Let's take 5th, 4th, 3rd. A little battle there for 2nd, but I will get past you. And I'm into 2nd. I got you in the front in 1st place, and I just need to come and get past you. And you've gone off pretty quick. even though these are average driver cars, they do drive pretty fast. They're actually not as bad as you sort of think they would be. But it's easy enough with the right sort of car, right sort of tune, just to get past these guys. And we're not doing anything too crazy here with the class system. We're not running S2s or anything, or X classes. So we go past not too badly. And I've hit the wall, knocked a few bits of foliage out, and it's all Lego, and it makes a very nice, satisfying Lego crunch, Lego clank. And I mean, first, foot to the floor. I've got a corner coming up, so I'm going to have to give that a little bit of a break, and let's try and spin it a little bit, but not really too much. But I took that corner pretty respectably, didn't lose too much in the way of speed. A little drift round here, gone off totally wrong and hit the barrier, but because I've got the lead, I can handle that without losing my first place. Coming up now towards Brickchester. This is a main urban area within the Lego world, within Lego Valley, and there's lots of little turns and everything, and I completely messed that one up. But again, because I'm in a good position, I can actually recover. Around here slowly does it, take out some traffic lights and slow it down for this one. Completely hitting the shop. Yeah, I'm not too good on these corners, am I? Cutting the corner there, but still catching the flag. Same again, and foot to the floor. I can see the finish line. Further up, just a couple of bends, a bit of twisting and turning before we get there. So brakes down, give it a drift. Taking out some more flowers. Another drift, not too bad, round there. And you've got this one final corner before the finish line. So take it slightly tighter and go, go, go. Make a jump over that little bit, but I didn't really jump. And up towards the finish line. First place, fantastic. That's what you want. So that's 2 for 2 at this point. That's another 20 points, giving me a total of 40 in total. I'll skip through this stuff and we can move on to the third and the final event. Moving it around the map, where were we? Lego Festival Sprint. That's where we were. And I'll do a fast travel over and we can get into this. Lego Festival Sprint. Let's make a start, shall we? And load up onto the grid. It's in the evening, which is quite nice. Got the lights on, look really cool. And pulling away. 7th place, 6th place, 4th. I haven't got up to 4th now. 3rd place. Let's see if I can take 2nd. Yes, I've took 2nd. And you've crashed, so I've took 1st. Excellent. A little bit of battle with you, Rock D, but I'm going to get past you. Take some more of these Lego flowers out. And this Lego stuff's actually quite fun, to be fair. It is a bit limited, but it is actually quite fun to do. And you can just race around, have a blast. The Lego cars are pretty cool. And definitely worth the £5 I actually paid for the DLC pack when it was on offer at Christmas. So that's actually not bad. Quite enjoyed getting this. I held off on it for quite a while because I couldn't sort of justify paying it when all I really wanted out of it was the cars. But when it dropped to £5, I'm thinking that's cheap, that's enough, and I spend more than that on coffee. But round here into a barrier, I've still managed to get my first place in, and driving around Brickchester is a bit hazardous. Definitely a bit hazardous, particularly when you are not worrying about braking too much. But we're going out of Brickchester now, back into the countryside, past the fields. You got the bake-off tent there, and taking this corner quite nicely, little drift. Got a checkpoint up here. This isn't going too badly. These guys have disappeared. I'm not exactly sure where they are now. They are a pretty decent distance behind me from what I can tell. So as long as I don't mess it up too badly, this will be an easy victory for the 3rd time. And when you're racing around, you used to highly skilled drivatars. The average ones aren't actually too bad. You can take them pretty easily. Hit the brakes. Hit the brakes a lot. Give it a drift round. That's actually really nice. Take some flowers out. Back onto a racing line for once. And let's have a meander round all these little bends. Not bad for drifting. Shame I can't drift. But coming round. Actually, I'm doing really well on that. I'm impressed by that. Because normally I cannot drift for crap on this game. But that was actually quite respectable. Onto the grass, through the flag, and keep going. Get up to a finish line, and that'll be 3 for 3. That'll be 60 points. Taking out some of the furniture by the side of the road. It slows you down, but I don't really have anything to lose at this point. So, foot to the floor, go, go, go. Finish line's down there. And little spin through the line backwards. Job's a good one. First place. Can't do any better than that. And those guys were sitting at 93% once I'd completed, so we have 7% behind. Classic Muscle Tour complete. I've got some completion levels there, but I won't get any prizes because it already said I've completed it because I've done this on a previous series. And like I said, it repeats around, so if you've done it once, it will come back and you can play it as much as you want, but you won't get the prizes. Talking of prizes, I've just leveled up. I've got a wheel spin. Let's see what I get. Treasure or tat? Come on, what have we got? What have we got? 10,000 credits. Never mind. If you like what I'm doing, hit that like button, hit subscribe. And until next time, thank you for watching. Take it easy and happy driving.